All right, Shane. Next, let's kick it all down to Starkville, where Mike Leach and the Mississippi State Bulldogs just held their second scrimmage of training camp, and still they got a quarterback battle raging on there. But the big question mark, as it's been all off season, this is what we've been saying: that offensive line, can they hold up? Time and time again, they were going up against three-man rushes, and either the quarterback getting sacked or getting pressured. That's inexcusable against a three-man rush. So that's something that Mike Leach, I love the fact, I figured you'd appreciate this, Shane, said
Yeah.
anybody that thinks O-line's not the most important position, well, they're wrong.
I wanted to put that on a poster, man. I'll hang it here in the pod studio. That's the best line he said this whole off season.
Of your offensive line today?
I thought, it's been kind of a steady progression. I thought the first group did reasonably well. Obviously, some plays we'd like to have back. Our third group, we're just trying to carve that out. So, but I thought good, steady work. I thought we improved as a team on both sides. And I didn't think there were any long streaks that anybody got in. So we kind of traded blows. So I thought it was a good scrimmage.
I know you've been trying to get your line to a certain point. When they're not where you want them to be, does that affect play calling, deep passes, that sort of thing?
Affects everything. It's the most important position on the team. And people may disagree, and if they do disagree, they're wrong. But offensive line's the most important position.
It looks like all your quarterbacks have a way to keep plays alive with their feet. How did you feel about that today?
Improved. Work in progress, but improved. Yeah.
After the last scrimmage, you talked a little bit about the goal line offense. Do you feel you made strides in that today?
Yeah, maybe. I think our goal line defense is pretty good too. So there's a part of it that's hard to gauge because I think defensively we do some really good things as far as the on goal line and things like that. But then with that said, I do think we're improving.
Offense came out really hot between the 20s, and you had a couple of picks there. I know you got to watch the film, but what did you see there?
We just got to take care of the football. It's just, just have your eyes in the right place. We probably had some pressure on some of them, but that didn't change what we need to do.
Thoughts on Chance and Will after today?
I think, I think both of them have some good qualities. I think they're both kind of battling to stay within themselves as far as consistency. I think Will's more consistent than Chance.
What did you think of King Ani today?
I didn't. I'd have to go back and look at the film. There's a bunch of D linemen out there, and some of them are creating pressure. So
You said it's kind of hard to gauge in a scrimmage. With some of those interceptions, do you feel that was more so maybe mistakes by the quarterbacks or good plays by the defense?
well, I think it's the quarterbacks. Yeah. Good plays by the defense. Yeah. They caught them and they took off with them and all that, but the starting points don't throw it to them, and then it's all a series of of little things. There's going to be some of them you can say, well, if we protected better, if the quarterback threw a better ball, if his eyes were in the right place, if we got more separation at receiver, then it wouldn't have happened. So I do think it extends. That extends further than just one guy. Occasionally there's an interception or something. A defensive guy makes some spectacular super catches. These really weren't that, I didn't think. Credit to our defensive guys for being in the right position, breaking quickly to make the play. But and that's what we expect to do, is consistently be in that position. But they weren't the spectacular catch variety. They're I think we can execute better and prevent some of those. But we do expect to get turnovers.
And so, of course, we love anytime the big uglies get some love, but it's interesting the fact that Mike Leach, and maybe this just, him being the guru and the perfectionist that he is, not quite happy with his quarterbacks. And maybe that's why Will Rogers is yet to be named the starting quarterback. But I think he's just one of these guys that rides his quarterbacks. Don't you?
Yeah. Do you think this battle's closer than we're letting on? I mean, me and you both have been on record saying we think this is Will's gig, but do you think this thing's close, or you just think this is the pirate talking here?
I think this is the pirate just pushing him. I think this is Will Rogers' job. I've been consistent with that, even leading up to camp, and nothing that I've heard exiting it makes me think otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, I do too, man.